What's going on, everybody? My name's Chris. I'm here with my man Frank G, my biffle at Build Your Empire Podcast. Frank G, what's good?
What's up, baby? What's going on?
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, obviously, they know from the last episode we were just on vacation. We actually just booked a flight. We're leaving Friday night to Miami, the 305. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, man, right after work.
Yeah, right after work. Gonna hop on that flight. We're gonna come home a day and a half later, Sunday. It's exhilarating. It's what we like to do. We got our trip pretty much for free. Watch episode 004.
Yes, sir.
How to get free vacations. We'll tell you how. Our last vacation was a wonderful one.
Man, yes, it was.
Certainly
yes, it
beautiful.
Was. Beautiful country.
Yeah, great country, Costa Rica. Shout out to anyone watching us from Costa Rica. If it traveled that far, one day it will, certainly.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, super hyped. We're going to have a great episode today where we're going to teach you 10 lessons in 20 minutes. Ultimately, there's a lot of lessons in life.
Yeah, there's hundreds.
I mean, to even choose 5, oh man,
took me a while to process.
Yeah, we could talk for hours regarding this. I tried to pick an important 5, but there's so many. If you just sat and think.
Yeah, it's endless.
There's so many.
And these might be things you guys know already, but also we're going to, cement it again inside your heads. And for people who aren't aware of them, we hope we teach you something right now.
Certainly, definitely. For my followers, anyone who's watching, I've been saying these things for years. A lot of it is almost like it's my character.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's what I believe in.
Top 5 we chose. It's what we're about, right?
Yeah, my number 1, I've been saying this for years, and it's the truth, especially as a salesman, as a marketer, just as a human being. Like, it's so important and pivotal that I hope you listening understand it. But it's going to be interesting because we're on a timer. So we have a phone here with a stopwatch, and every 2 minutes it's going to ring, and we're going to bounce off the next lesson here.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
rapid fire.
Certainly entertaining. And I guess you listening, let us know, give us your feedback, like, comment, share, subscribe. Most importantly, let us know if we suck. Let us know if we're doing something good here. Ultimately, this is for you.
Yes, we want to hear you guys. Absolutely.
I mean, we need feedback. Otherwise, we got nothing.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep thinking
with
the
shit.
shit.
To hear from all of you guys.
Please. So, like, comment, subscribe right now. If you listen all the way through, let us know what you think. It's the only way we can improve.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to go first.
All right.
I'm going to put this timer on 2 minutes and count me down. 5, 4, 3.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. Timer is going. My number 1 lesson is show love and receive love.
I respect that one.
Super important, especially in sales. Look, you have to be genuine and authentic no matter who you communicate with. If you're not, the other person is going to know. And then ultimately, to get what you want, I mean, I get tons of people, they ask me for a shout out. Like immediately, hey, Chris, can I get a shout out? That's not the way to approach it. Ask me something or compliment me or try and give me something. Yeah, it's an exchange of value, and you have to be genuine about it. I usually use the analogy, a kid, when they're in a store with their mom, right, and they want a toy, they just cry, stomp their feet, ask their mom. The mom's going to say no. Yeah. But if you strategically were smart enough in that moment and you say, Mom, you're very beautiful today, and 10 minutes later you then ask for the toy, you may not get it, you may get it, but I think you're going to increase your chances of getting it.
We had the similar experience in the gym the other day when I went, when I used the free pass.
Oh, yeah.
Gave a compliment, and he was like, oh,
boom,
come right in.
Boom.
Come
I mean,
right
a simple compliment could go so far. One of my mentors, he's probably going to listen right now. It's so interesting. Steve, shout out to Steve. I mean, he writes down people's birthdays and actually remembered it and reached out.
That's a boy right there.
He's a man, but he's a smart man. Steve, awesome. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Show love, receive love.
Show love and receive love.
Big respect.
It's amazing what truly genuine and authenticity can bring you.
Yeah, being genuine gives you so much opportunity in life because it just you radiate that kindness.
It's the energy.
Yeah.
The energy is a real thing.
Why would someone not try and reciprocate that towards you?
No, and if they don't, you see them.
Yeah,
you see through them.
You see it instantly. Yeah.
Just be genuine, and good things would come. And just the energy. We have great energy.
Yeah, man. This
Ready?
is why we're rocking.
And boom.
All right. right.
All right. So you're
ready? My number one.
Go.
Yes, sir. So pivoting. Master pivoting throughout your life.
Ooh.
In all types, in all forms, in all places. Whether it be with work, relationships, you're trying to build your own business. You're starting, you take action. Something doesn't work. You're trying it, and then there's failure. One, take the failure as wisdom. It's the greatest type of wisdom you can achieve.
It's so funny how accurate that is.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to see how meaningful that means.
Yeah, it really is. Because then you assess your failure, and then you apply different techniques, and that's where the pivoting comes in.
We did 4 podcasts.
Yeah, this is
prior to this one. This
yeah.
is the only one that's somewhat consistent.
I see the value in it. So we actually pivoted from our last one when we thought pre-game, let's get a little drunk, and thought that was smart.
Nah.
That was silly.
Nah.
So we
not
assessed
that
that failure instantly.
We knew it.
3 episodes,
we
were
knew
like,
it.
no. And, you can't be banging yourself in the head. You can't be hitting your head on the wall.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you need to just apply a different technique because you're only one small change from massive success.
They taught me that at Yelp.
Yeah.
It was like a golf swing, like just one tiny swing.
Yeah. One piece of your formula can skyrocket your potential, skyrocket your success, whether it's in sales, whether it's a relationship.
Also, what the people don't understand, which I tried to drill in their heads, nobody gives a fuck and nobody remembers. So 10, 5, 20, 30 years, when you're on your deathbed, you might as well go through with whatever it is you want to do in the present time.
Absolutely, yeah. And no one really cares.
No one cares.
Yeah. And even if you fuck up somehow, do something so stupid, you're forgiven because no one's going to remember after
No one's going to remember,
minutes.
Especially when you're old. You are not going to think about asking that girl out who rejected you or trying to start a podcast.
Yeah. And
it's not happening.
Yeah. You just might as well keep going and don't ever let up. You got to put your entire soul and, body and mind into everything you do.
Head down.
All right.
Boom. All right, so this one is it's cliche, but I mean, look, money truly means nothing. It's so hard to comprehend that. I mean, maybe I'm blessed financially. I'm doing well. I had a great upbringing, but I don't chase money at all. I truly chase passion, obsession. I would choose happiness over everything.
Yeah, well, money is a tool. It's not everything. It's just a tool in a means to acquire other things.
Yes.
So you use it, but don't abuse it, as in, like, don't make it your one driving focus.
If that's your driving focus, and I know who I speak with, whom think about it way too much, you lost, bro.
Yeah.
You lost. It's so sad.
It's not, because there's not really much ambition and, like, drive and really passion if that's it. Money is what, if you take a job just for the financial check, you're not going to be happy. And
that's the worst mistake. Yeah. And then people get complacent, and then it's a trap. Money is a trap. And look, I love money. I like money. It gets me the things I want. Yeah. But also, you have to differentiate what's important to you. Yeah. For us, for me, which is kind of my next one here, I like traveling.
I love traveling.
But, I'm not going to buy a nice watch or shoes or clothes. I wear the same thing every day.
Yeah, I mean, unless you, have access to something, whether you work for a company or whatnot, like myself. That's all impulsive buying. You don't need to.
Silly.
Yeah, you don't need. I have the same shirts from 10 years ago still that I probably wore still 6 times.
Same dress shirts. Yeah. Since I was 22 years old, I'm currently 28. I'm rocking the same damn dress shirt. Yeah. I look fly as hell. Yo, but I know it's a little old and wrinkly. It's time for a new shirt, but I don't need it.
We don't need it, man.
Nah.
Good times are still coming even in that
I'm
shirt.
still me in the shirt.
Yes, sir.
People don't understand it. And we could take photos with money and all, but it's really the marketing aspect of it. But money really means nothing. Yeah. God, it's so hard to put that in people's heads.
Yeah, I know, because everyone's hungry for something, but you got to find that passion.
All right, kid, go.
All right, number 2. So my number 2 is being a yes man, or really having that fuck it, yes, let's do it attitude.
Ooh, yes, sir.
And that is in a smart way. So you say something's not working out in a business aspect, like fuck it, yes, let me get this new job, let me become the top producer. Someone offers you a trip to go somewhere, fuck it, yes, let's travel, let's experience life, because you're living this life right now. You're not waiting till you're getting older.
Live in the moment.
This is the moment now, exactly, because nothing is promised. Tomorrow is not promised. If you have an opportunity to build, experience, and create, yes, do it. And I know everyone is going to be scared. Most people are scared.
I think they're fearful and lazy.
fear. Yeah, I think there's a fear of being rejected or being, and then there's lazy because you have to overcome all
But
that.
you have to have the perception that we just stated that no one cares.
Yeah.
People forget.
Absolutely.
And when you're 90, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, and then when you're 90 and you didn't do these things, you're gonna think about it like, damn, should have done it sooner, and there's gonna be regret.
But also, don't do things you don't want to do.
No, it's got to be positive things towards you, towards your goals in life, even if it's a goal as in traveling or seeing things, creating something new. It's very crucial.
Do what makes you happy and gives you the fulfillment.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's really it.
Yeah, 100%. That's what life's all about. You don't have. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Fuck that one up. But yeah, it's so true. Just if there's something positive in front of you, yes, take it. Take the opportunity, because opportunity that you take creates experiences, and experiences create all these good things.
Oh man, you just literally said my third lesson. My third lesson. Yo,
well, that's a good segue because we have 3 seconds.
Yeah,
left.
I know, but I told you what these were prior. You just
thinking
can't.
about it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So with that being said, my third lesson is experiences create opportunities. You literally just reiterated my third lesson. I get it.
This is why we're bouncing off each other.
Yeah, I mean, I said we could blow our connection and friendship out the water, man. Look, I'm a big believer, and the reason why I travel so much is because when you experience new culture, new places, you are actually learning so much. You have no idea how much you're learning. You're learning how to interact, how to socialize. You're learning to see how people live and operate in different cultures. And I just think that's so important. And then with that comes the opportunity. I mean, I took a flight to Miami years ago with my ex-girlfriend. I'm sitting next to a guy who was pretty drunk, passing out on and off. Turns out he worked at like a big company 2 blocks up and got me an interview. I didn't get the interview because I had the most awkward handshake of my life with the CEO, and I knew in that very moment I wasn't getting it.
Right there.
Well, it was the third interview. Like I had to go up the ladder and then give me a hand. I was like,
you grabbed the thumb.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm not getting the job. But at the same time, it doesn't matter because he proved my lesson correct.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, we met so many people in Costa Rica. We're going to meet new people in Miami, and those experiences could potentially create opportunities.
Yeah,
and when you have moments in different places, first off, I feel like people are just already friendlier, and then the bond is stronger.
Yeah, it's so weird. Anywhere we go, sometimes you think New Yorkers could be standoffish or they're always in a rush, but anytime we go somewhere, there's so much love. Yeah,
it's all love.
Crazy.
Oh,
crazy.
Man. I don't know if it's the energy we bring or if it's just luck.
It's the potential that everyone has, and maybe we just have that vibe that brings it out.
I mean, we just have a good mindset.
And we're blessed
we see
too,
it.
yeah. Blessed
100%.
to meet those people.
All right.
Number 3. So don't settle for mediocrity. Everybody in life has great potential. So the enemy of greatness is not failure. The enemy of greatness is goodness, because everyone wants to do good. And once you achieve doing good, like say you can pay your rent, you could, feed your family, you could travel once in a while, you could, do these little things, then you start potentially becoming complacent and like content with being good.
So many people are complacent. You're talking about jobs, middle class. You're talking about under middle class. It's amazing and sad to see.
It's a trap. Mediocrity.
It's a trap.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with living a life where you provide for your family.
Nothing wrong at all, as long as you're happy.
Yeah, but just know if you're what you may think is happy is potentially average happy, because you're not experiencing what you could potentially. You could be burning way more. You could be shining way more. Average lifestyle is kind of a trap, but it's not in a negative way. Like
not at all. I don't even think it's a trap. I mean, if you can provide to your family and you're happy, you won. You won the game of life.
You won, but you are missing out on the other half of your potential, because you certainly, if you're firing off on all cylinders and your foot is on the pedal.
Yeah, but maybe they don't want it. Maybe they don't want to create something.
Well, that's why
build
I'm
an
saying,
empire.
Well, this is the podcast, so they need to understand that we're trying to help you build as well. So maybe this will throw the insight on you, and you can be completely happy with the life you have. But just know that if you can always do something to increase.
Look, I
what
love
you're
putting my
doing.
life on blast on social, and I wish I put more of it. I wish there was a camera on me at all times
Yeah.
to showcase that I'm gonna make something of myself, which means there's no excuse in which why you couldn't.
That's exactly.
Nothing.
100%, man. This is the lesson.
Game's over.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch it.
These are firing me up, these lessons, man.
Yeah. All right. So, my lesson right here is if you understand how to leverage the current state of social media, you essentially could have everything you want.
Oof, yeah. Today's day and age, man.
But people don't see it. So,
Yeah.
to put it in perspective, if you're a comedian, if you're an actor or a music artist, and you have this talent that is unreal, you have an amazing talent. But unfortunately, if you don't know how to showcase that talent and get the reach and maximize the eyeballs and the ears, then you essentially have nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you need to utilize. I mean, that's the tool of today's society, pretty much. So why would you not use one of the biggest marketing tools? You know,
Because it takes time. You have to
It's,
learn the
yeah,
platforms.
yeah,
You have to learn the algorithms. It truly is. It's almost more work than the talent. And it's ironic because I've had people, including my sister, tell me, how do you have so many followers? Like, you have no talent. It just so happened that my talent is knowing how to get the
gain
attention.
Yeah.
So it works for me.
Absolutely.
And now it allows me to have a voice and
that's
communicate.
That's a huge talent.
Yeah,
in
because
today's day and age,
because
that might be one of the most important talents.
yeah. I listen to music artists and I'm like, oh man, I would totally rock them and listen to them, but they have like 400 followers and they don't know what the hell
They
to
don't know
do,
what
and
they're
it makes
doing.
me sad as hell.
Yeah, that's almost like how in our generation we're kind of like computer savvy in a way, and our mothers, fathers, grandparents, they're not. And now learning social media is like to us people now. We need to jump in there full force. You still need, because you could utilize those tools crazy.
And it constantly is going to change. I predict in a couple of years, social media may not be a thing, but you have to understand where your market is and how to talk to them.
Once the next thing is up, that's it. You got to move on and use it, utilize it.
I
Absolutely.
mean, thousands of people listen to my voice. Whether or not they retain it, not my problem. But I mean,
One day
they're
will.
listening.
Yeah,
They're listening.
They're coming back always, man.
They always come back for sure.
All right, 2 minutes
go.
up. So number 4, moving out of your comfort zone. That is a huge way to grow and learn about yourself. So I think when you're in awkward and even painful situations is when you learn most about yourself.
Sure sucks though.
It sure sucks. But you learn how to adapt, you learn how to pivot, and you learn more about yourself, as in like, wow, I was able to overcome this. I was able to achieve this. I had no idea that I could do this. And it really builds character.
Yeah, you use your now memories and experiences to define your next decision.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're assessing how you handle the situation, and now you're more likely to, like for me, public speaking could suck sometimes. The more you do it, you're speaking to all these people, you're creating all these, things in your head where like, wow, I did this, I could now use this next time. I could practice this way in front of the mirror to my friends, to my family. And you just keep building, and you're going to get better and better and better.
I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. Shout out to Steven again. I was reading that, and it was like the learning curve triangle, and doing and practicing in front of people is actually the highest retainment of learning.
Really?
So like if you do public speaking and if you just go ahead and do it, even if you suck or whatnot, you're going to remember literally being there, and you're going to remember, what you said that tweaked the audience in a negative way, what was good, you got to be in there.
And like I said before, you're going to be scared, but do it anyway, because when you're looking at someone saying, wow, I can't believe they did that, that must have been scary. 9 times out of 10, they were thinking the same thing that you're thinking right now, but they said, fuck it, and they did it.
And it's so funny because I do public speaking, I have no problem, and yeah, I'm scared shit, but at the same time, I like having the leverages. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the yes attitude. All right.
All right, so my last one is gonna kind of go into what I said earlier. Look, and it goes to us. This is really a lesson for us: is that consistency,
yes, sir,
and branding over time really is everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and your logo, your title, I mean, all of that is really nothing. You have to have the substance of creating content, and most importantly, be consistent, where you can evolve and learn and nitpick the good, the bad, get the feedback, constantly network and message people like, hey, what do you think? Hey, did you listen?
And learning from each experience.
People don't want to do that. That's the work part. I mean, yeah, we can sit here and talk, but if we just talked and we didn't do everything else, then this is going to never grow.
Yeah.
And we know that. And this is going to be a 2-3 year thing, potentially. And I mean, we have to be consistent. The fact that it took us 11 days to create another show was driving me nuts.
Yeah, me too. It was tough. I mean, I guess that's what happened. We wanted to travel. We traveled.
And plus, I work 40, 50-hour weeks. I commute 15. We go to the gym. There's only so much.
And we pivoted because we wanted to do this 2 days ago. We couldn't.
I wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have the studio, essentially.
As you notice, we're in a different spot now.
Yeah,
so you're always moving, and as long as you.
Hey, we pivoted.
As long as you're still
pivot.
doing what you came here to do, you're going to learn from
know
every
your
time.
end goal, know your vision,
Absolutely.
and just execute. And you have to, when you create a business or a business plan, you have to give it 36 months in order for you to kind of know whether or not you quit it or you prolong it.
Yeah, absolutely.
36 months, that's 3 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
A lot of time.
I haven't
lot
even,
of effort.
Legacy hasn't even been alive for 3 years.
Yeah, man.
But it will be.
Yes, it will. I'll be here, right here, rocking with you.
That's my boy. All right, I got 2. 1, your last lesson is coming on right
so
now.
Number 5, practicing good habits and self-care. So you want to live long and healthy and be successful. So there's so many stresses and negative energies and hard work that you put into every day. So to practicing good habits, you're putting your body through all this work. You need to exercise 3 times a week, maybe. You need to exercise your mind, read a book, whether it's Rich Dad Poor Dad, or if it's like Game of Thrones.
Even exercising your mind is not saying you hate your life.
Yeah.
Positive thinking. You have to think
positive.
positive.
That's a huge positive habit right there.
Know that you're the best.
If you're trying to convince yourself that it's you or you can't change, it's not it.
It's a problem.
It's not it, Chief. So if you practice these good habits, and typically I would say it takes you at most a year when you're in these to do something over and over and over again, for it's now a lifestyle and you're set for the rest of your life.
I learned in college that people who suffer from depression, the ones who, and I think one time in my life I potentially was going through depression as a teenager.
Yeah.
I kept saying then though, no big deal, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to get, and
yeah,
people who
that's
think
huge.
that
That's huge.
are like 10 times more likely to get out of it.
Yeah. And when you have these good habits, it's a domino effect. It's going to affect how you work. It's going to affect how successful you become. It's going to help your relationships, whether it's with a partner or a friend, business partner. It's going to help you're going to want to work harder because you're feeling great. So if you're practicing, self-care and good habits, you're going to be overall better and more energized and ready to
And you just want to live. Life is so fucking great.
Life is so much fun. And actually, that one more point about, good care. You need to make time to have fun. You need to travel. You need to carve out moments that you can laugh. Don't be so serious, because you can have fun and complete all your work.
Figure out what your fun is. I mean, it could be softball. It could be video games. It could be traveling. It could be podcasts, creating businesses.
Could be watching movies with your family. Yeah, it could be anything.
Figure it out. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm done here. We could really go on forever.
There's tons.
But I just wanted to create a good piece of content for the viewers, for the listeners.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, everything we do, it's not for us. It's how can we provide value, tangible value to you listening and watching.
And you could tell us exactly how we could do that.
And most importantly, tell us your lessons down below.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I want to know your lessons. I want to know what it is about you that defined your character.
Yeah, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm always trying to stay curious. So I would love to know. Always stay curious.
That's why I love when I ask my questions on Instagram and I'll get like hundreds of responses.
Yeah.
It's like,
because you're learning as well. Yeah, absolutely.
You got to learn the audience as much as the audience is going to learn you. And I know who you are. I know our connection. I know it's going to be great, but they don't know it yet. And over time, the more we're on camera, they're going to see it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna learn. They're learning us. This is our personalities. This is who we want to be. This is what we want to provide to you guys, and you can help us along the way.
I mean, apparently a chain outside your shirt, though, is a New York thing, but I'm going to rep it because I'm from New
We're
York.
from New York, man. Wait, that's it.
I mean, look, know you're going to be great,
Yes.
but be humble as fuck.
Humble. That could have been another one on the list. Oh
Yeah.
man, there's so
Oh,
many.
yeah, there's so many.
Yeah,
There's so many.
so many.
I mean, it's so hard to have the confidence to say, one day I'm going to build something huge and I'm going to be great. Mm-hmm. But then step back and be like, it's going to take a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, and be humble and try and help everyone in your path.
Yeah, and then realizing that it's not just going to be you. You're going to need people to help you along the way.
God damn it,
have
you need
to
a team.
Yeah, and you always need to show that humility towards them. You always need to thank, even if it's a piece of advice.
Show love, receive love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, man, I think we're done here. We wanted to leave it at about 25 minutes. Part of the reason why we want to shorten the podcast is if you actually do studies, the average commute is about 42 minutes, and that's typically where you want your podcast to be at.
Yeah.
Also, we pay for like airtime in a way, in which you only get X amount of hours per month unless you pay more, and we gotta wait a couple of days until we get those hours back.
Yeah, and in the future, I'm sure we will end up paying for this as well.
I mean, we gotta grow.
Yeah,
We gotta put in that work.
absolutely.
There's so much to do between sound bites, audios, intros, graphic designs, pictures, logos. There's so much to it.
So
but
much to do.
all what means most is just me and my homie talking.
Yes, sir. This is the juice. This is the meat.
Yes, sir.
This is
yes,
this is the patty.
Hey, man. Man, give me a Krabby Patty right now. This podcast might as well be called Krabby Patty. Yo, we are out, but again, leave feedback. We appreciate it. You got anything to say to the people?
I love doing this for y'all. This has been great.
For y'all.
For y'all.
Yous.
I'll be in we'll be in Miami down south, so little y'all
We
came
got to
into
try
play.
and do an episode before then.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a flight in a couple of days.
Would love to hear from you guys though.
Life is
Seriously.
good. Life is good.
Beautiful.
I hope you
Enjoy.
understand it. We out.